I'm Marcus. I'm 34. By day, I'm a commercial real estate attorney. By night, I collect vintage watches and manage investment properties. In my family, I'm the fixer, the one who handles contracts, mortgages, legal paperwork. I grew up with one rule: family first, Marcus somewhere after. I never make scenes. I don't yell. I don't slam doors. That's not my style. I take notes. My sister Emma was getting married. 300 guests. Venue in the Hamptons. Her dream wedding, as she called it, every single day for 18 months. The dress cost more than most people's cars. The flowers alone could fund a small business. I'd been helping with contracts, vendor negotiations, venue agreements. You know, the boring stuff nobody wants to deal with. While Emma picked flower arrangements, I was reading the fine print on catering contracts. While she chose centerpieces, I was negotiating photography rights. That's how our family works. Emma gets the spotlight. I get the paperwork. 2 weeks before the wedding, my phone buzzed. Emma's voice, sugar-sweet with that edge I'd learned to recognize. Marcus, hey. So, we need to talk about the wedding. I was reviewing vendor contracts in my office. 3 stacks of papers, each representing thousands of dollars. What's wrong with the contracts? No, nothing like that. It's about, well, Stephen's family has some concerns. Stephen, the groom. Trust fund kid whose biggest accomplishment was inheriting his grandfather's yacht. What kind of concerns? They think you might be uncomfortable at the wedding. I set my pen down. Uncomfortable how? Well, you know, you're single. Stephen's cousins are all couples. The seating arrangements are really tight, and his mom thinks it might be awkward for everyone. I've been to law school. I know when someone's building a weak case. Emma, what are you really saying? She sighed. That frustrated sigh she'd perfected in high school. Look, we think it's better if you maybe sit this one out. You understand, right? I understand that you want me to handle your legal problems but not attend your wedding. I understand that you've been calling me for 18 months whenever you needed contracts reviewed. I understand that last month you asked me to personally guarantee the venue deposit because your credit wasn't good enough. But I didn't say any of that. I said, I see. You're not mad, are you? We just want everything to be perfect. Perfect. Without me there. Can I ask who made this decision? It was mutual. Stephen's parents, my parents, Stephen and me. We all agreed. 4 parties. All agreed that Marcus should disappear for the day that mattered most. What about Mom and Dad's anniversary party last year? I was single then too. That was different. That was family. And there it was. The truth, finally dressed up and presented with a bow. I'm family when you need legal work done for free. I'm not family when the photographs matter. I understand, I said again. I'll send you the final vendor contracts tomorrow. Oh, Marcus, you're the best. I knew you'd understand. And hey, maybe we can do dinner the week after? Just us. Sure, Emma. Dinner with your brother. The one who wasn't good enough for your wedding but perfect for your paperwork. I hung up and sat there for a moment. 28 years of being the reliable one. The one who never caused problems, never demanded attention, never asked for the spotlight. The one who was expendable when it mattered. My phone buzzed again. A text from Mom. Emma told me about the wedding decision. It's probably for the best, honey. You know how Stephen's family is about appearances. Then another from Dad. Don't take it personally, son. Just family politics. You understand. I understand that you raised me to believe family meant something. I understand that you taught me to always help, always support, always be there. I understand that when it was time to choose sides, you chose them. But here's what none of them understood. I'd been taking notes for 28 years. And those notes were about to become very interesting. See, when you're the family lawyer, you learn things. You see documents. You know who owns what, who owes what, who depends on what. Emma's dream venue? I'd negotiated that contract 6 months ago. The one she couldn't get approved for because her credit history included 3 maxed-out cards and a car loan she was behind on. Who do you think signed the personal guarantee? Who do you think the venue management company contracted with as the responsible party? Emma thought she was getting married at the Hampton Gardens estate, but the Hampton Gardens estate thought they were hosting Marcus Chen's event. The catering? Same story. Emma wanted the premium package, $40 per person, wine pairings, the works. But Emma couldn't qualify for the catering company's payment terms. So who stepped in? Who provided the business credentials and financial guarantees that made it all possible? The same person they just uninvited from the wedding. I spent that evening in my home office, going through files, contract after contract, all bearing my signature as the financially responsible party. Venue, catering, flowers, photography, transportation, even the string quartet Emma insisted on for the ceremony. 18 months of Emma's dream wedding, all built on my credit rating and bank statements. I didn't make any calls that night. I just organized paperwork, cross-referenced contracts, made sure I understood exactly what I was looking at. The next morning, I called my assistant. Jessica, I need you to schedule some meetings. Venue management for the Hampton Gardens estate, preferred catering, elite floral design, and call Derek at Mitchell & Associates. I need him to review some contract termination clauses. Derek's been my lawyer for 8 years. We went to law school together. He understands complicated family situations. What's the situation, Marcus? I explained the wedding invitation situation. Derek listened without interrupting. That's why I like him. So they want you to maintain financial responsibility but not attend the event? That's correct. And these are all standard commercial contracts with termination clauses? Standard clauses, yes. 72-hour notification period for cancellation without penalty. Derek was quiet for a moment. Marcus, you know I have to ask. Are you sure about this? Derek, in your professional opinion, if someone wanted to use my credit and business reputation to secure services, but didn't want me present to witness those services being delivered, what would you call that? I'd call that a breach of good faith dealing. I thought so too. We spent an hour going through contracts. Every single vendor agreement had the same structure. Marcus Chen as primary obligor and responsible party. Emma Chen as beneficiary and event contact. But here's the thing about contracts. The person with financial responsibility usually gets decision-making authority. That afternoon, I started making calls. First call. Hampton Gardens Estate. Hello, this is Marcus Chen. I have some questions about the event scheduled for Saturday after next. Yes, that's right, the Chen Morrison wedding. Actually, I need to discuss some modifications to the arrangement. Second call. Preferred catering. Hi, this is Marcus Chen regarding the Hampton Gardens event. Yes, I'm the account holder. I need to review some details with your events manager. Third call. Elite floral design. This is Marcus Chen. I'm calling about the wedding arrangements for Saturday after next. Right, the large order. I have some concerns I need to discuss. Each conversation was polite, professional. I wasn't canceling anything. I was just asking questions, reviewing my rights as the contracting party, understanding my options. By Thursday, I had a complete picture of what I could and couldn't do. More importantly, I understood what would happen if I chose to exercise my contractual rights. Friday afternoon, my phone rang.
Emma,
Marcus. Oh my God, I've been getting the weirdest calls from vendors. They're all asking about some kind of contract review. The venue manager wants to set up a meeting with you for tomorrow morning. What's going on? I was in my office, looking at a stack of contracts. All signed by me. All making me responsible for Emma's perfect day. The vendors are just confirming some details with the account holder. Account holder? But I'm the bride. You're the beneficiary, Emma. I'm the account holder. Silence on her end. I could practically hear her brain trying to process this information. What does that mean? It means that legally, this is my event. You're my guest. More silence. Marcus, what are you trying to say? I'm saying that tomorrow morning at 10, I have a meeting with all the vendors at the Hampton Gardens estate. We're going to review the arrangements for my event. Your event? Marcus, it's my wedding. Is it? Because the person who's financially responsible usually gets to decide who's invited. I heard her breath catch. Marcus, you're scaring me. What are you doing? I'm doing what you taught me to do, Emma. I'm handling the family business. Are you canceling my wedding? I'm reviewing my options. As the account holder. She was quiet for a long moment. When she spoke again, her voice was different. Smaller. What do you want? I want to attend the wedding I'm paying for. Marcus, I already told you. You told me that 4 people made a decision about my invitation. Now I'm making a decision about my event. It's not your event. Emma, I want you to look at something. Check your email. I'd sent her copies of 3 contracts. Venue, catering, flowers. All with my signature as the responsible party. Oh my God. Tomorrow at 10, I'm meeting with the vendors. You can be there, or you can read about the changes in the revised contracts they'll send you. Marcus, please. You can't do this. I'm not doing anything to you, Emma. I'm making decisions about my own contracts. She started crying. Not the pretty tears from movies. The ugly, desperate crying that happens when someone realizes they've made a terrible mistake. Please don't ruin my wedding. I'm not ruining anything. I'm attending the wedding I'm paying for. The question is whether you'll be there too. What do you mean? I mean that tomorrow at 10, I'm going to confirm the arrangements for my event. 300 guests, Hampton Gardens estate, all the details you've been planning for 18 months. The only question is whether the bride and groom will be in attendance. You can't kick me out of my own wedding. Emma, it's not your wedding. It's my event that you're the guest of honor at. And right now, you're not invited. The silence stretched between us. I could hear her breathing, fast and shaky. What do you want me to do? I want you to call Stephen, your parents, and Stephen's parents. I want you to tell them that you made a mistake. I want you to tell them that the wedding is back to the original arrangements, including my invitation. They'll never agree to that. That's not my problem, Emma. That's yours. And if they don't? Then tomorrow at 10, I'll be explaining to the vendors that there's been a change in the guest list. A significant change. She was quiet for a long time. I waited. You're really going to do this? I'm really going to attend the event I'm paying for. I can't believe you're doing this to me. Emma, I'm not doing this to you. You did this to yourself when you decided I wasn't family enough for your wedding but family enough for your legal problems. It wasn't like that. Then what was it like? Silence. I have to make some phone calls, she said finally. You have until 10 tomorrow morning. That evening, my phone exploded. First, a call from Dad. Marcus, what the hell is going on? Emma is hysterical. Emma is learning about contracts. Son, you can't hold your sister's wedding hostage. I'm not holding anything hostage, Dad. I'm making decisions about my own financial commitments. This is family, Marcus. Exactly. It's family, which is why I should have been invited in the first place. Mom called next. Then Stephen. Then Stephen's mother, who apparently had very strong opinions about my inappropriate behavior. I listened to each call politely, took notes, explained the same thing to everyone. I would be attending the wedding I was financially responsible for. Saturday morning, 10 a.m. Hampton Gardens Estate, main conference room. I arrived early, wearing my best suit, navy blue, conservative tie. I looked like what I was, a successful attorney handling a business matter. The vendors were already there. Venue manager, head of catering, floral design coordinator, photography director. All looking slightly confused but professional. At 10:15, Emma arrived with an entourage. Stephen, both sets of parents, and what looked like Stephen's uncle, probably the family lawyer. As I walked to my car, I could hear the music from the reception, see the lights twinkling in the Hampton Gardens estate. Everything perfect, elegant, exactly as Emma had dreamed. Everything she almost lost because she forgot that family comes with both privileges and responsibilities. But she wouldn't forget again. Because I'd made sure that this lesson came with a legally binding contract. And I never make the same mistake twice. If your family has ever treated you like you're invisible until they need something, hit that like button right now. If you've ever been the one who does all the work but gets none of the credit, smash that subscribe button because you need to hear these stories of people who finally stood up for themselves. Comment below, respect the contracts, if you think Marcus did the right thing, or tell us about a time your family learned not to take you for granted. And if you know someone who always gets taken advantage of by their family, share this video with them immediately. They need to see what happens when the reliable one finally sets boundaries. Ring that notification bell because next week, I'm sharing the story of a daughter who discovered her parents had been stealing from her trust fund for 15 years, and how one phone call to the bank changed everything forever. Trust me, you do not want to miss that revenge.